Hey there everybody, Pop on Top here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod, we got an AK mod here. This is the classic gun here. Now this mod is called the AK47, Type 56, and M70. Apparently those are all different guns kind of in the same class of family. The Type 56 I know is the Chinese version of the weapon, and apparently this mod adds a classic AK47 in all of its variants. The Type 56, which is, like I said, is the Chinese variant. The M70 in all of its variants, except for the M92, M85, what I don't even know what the fuck that means. And an RPK, I know what the RPK is, like that's the light machine gun type of version. It says this rifle has custom animations, custom sounds, and 150 material swaps. It has been added to the leveled list and will spawn on raiders and so on and so forth, and random containers. So the RPK doesn't spawn until level 50, but the weakest AK variant will spawn in a level 15. That's very cool. So let's take a look at the weapon. Like I mean, just shoot it off. This is the one I have, right? It looks very much like an AK to me. It looks nice, solid. Sounds nice. Custom animations. Looks good. Feels good. I mean, that's an AK, baby. Like it's a very classic gun. Like now this has a lot to it, right? Obviously, because we have a lot of different things. Can we customize all the things? Or we have to like buy a separate thing? Because it says it right now. It had an RPK receiver on there. Now that does the most damage, so I don't know why you'd pick something else. But you could do other things, right? Like the AK Type 3A/B milled receiver. I don't even know what that means. But the rifleman perk and the gun net perk. So like, if we wanted to make it all RPK, right? So you'd want like a 45 round AK. Isn't the drum magazine more of an RPK thing? That's fine. A makeshift sniper scope, long scope, reflex sight. Let's put the reflex sight on there for now. You have an AKM compensator, an LMG compensator, and a silencer. Put the silencer on there and see what it sounds like. We can make it semi-automatic or automatic freely without the need of a receiver or whatever. Seems cool. As you see there, semi-automatic does increase its range just slightly, but you do lose some fire rate and therefore DPS, so it's a kind of an automatic gun. Now this is where we have a huge amount of customization here. Raider furniture, so it's like Raider looking yellow furniture, red furniture painted. Orange is like, I guess, the color of the wood that you would describe it there. Faded brown, or like faded like black almost, like camo colors, brown, and then black. I do like myself, what was it? Like the Raider furniture probably would be the way to go. And then obviously you got different tapes to put on here. DC tape, duct tape. Like where's the tape even at on the gun? Maybe it's only with certain things. We can change the metal colors as well, so you can make it blue, gray, or shiny. Like we could put the shiny metal on there, still Raider style, and then like different stocks. So like if we're doing the RPK heavy stock, we're making this an RPK. It's got the RPK grip on there now, right? This makeshift sight does look like just a basic pipe gun reflex sight though. That's not great. It is the mounting bracket on there like an AK would have. That silent sound is kind of insane. I have negative recoil. I'm pointing that energy out. I have negative recoil. The gun is kicking down. I don't like that sight at all. No, I just want to mention that as an energy. And like I don't really think that this shiny metal is very shiny, and like it's just the texture quality isn't holding up super great on some of these skins. Maybe that's partially because it's like, I don't know why it's called an AK when I put all the RPK stuff on there too. It's just going to be called the AK. We're going to mess around with it a lot because clearly there's a lot of different options here. I like the black metal. Now, I don't know what there's Band-Aid tape, but I don't know what we're taping right now. But maybe nothing, like I said, on this particular thing. We'll make it black furniture, black metal. We'll make it automatic. I do like the suppressed sound though. So let's put no muzzle back on there. Let's try to mess with the weapon a little bit. So obviously RPK does the most damage per shot, and it still shoots to 7.62 bullets. So let's what like AK Type 2A. Like I don't understand these differences, but that's also pretty good. It's you only lose a little bit of damage on that. It's like a really solid AK style version of the. So what was that? That's the like I'm trying to match things up because like I don't 2AB. AK Type 2AB barrel handguard, and then like a 30 round magazine, I guess. Slab side. I don't know what that even means. You guys increase reload speed. Okay. And then tape. We could put the tape on there. That's where we get the tape on certain AK barrels. So there's the Band-Aid tape, so you can see the different colors. Black. We can put the black tape on there. All these, like a huge amount of customization in terms of stuff here. But we obviously would like a different stock. AK Type 2 stock. I don't know, right? Like there are different things, and I'm sure these are all real things, which is kind of the cool part of it too, right? Like this is the AK style pistol grip, right? Like this is now might just AK. AK's got such clean ass fucking iron sights though too. I don't know if we want to put a scope on there at all. And that unsuppressed sound, as much as the suppressed sound is good, the unsuppressed sound is so fucking meaty, which it should be. I think it's shooting a big ass fucking, a relatively large bullet for a rifle, and then the animation is so classic, and it's just like I really think that you could do a lot of things with this, right? Like, so we could make this like the Type 56 2 receiver. That's just way worse though, right? Like, is there like a lightweight RPK Type 3AB? What's the difference, right? Like, so if I look at this, I'm like looking at this gun, and then like the type, it's worse, slightly lighter, somewhat rare Russian-made receivers, no scope mount. So you not put sights on this one? You can't put sights on this one. Where's it? And then that would be like, so that was 3A? Is there like a 3A barrel? No. I don't, like, there's things here, for sure. There's things here, like, that's cool. Like the Type 56 is, you could see that the barrels are all slightly different. But this one has a grenade launcher barrel. Does it really have it? Like, is there a grenade launcher part to this thing? I don't even think so, right? Like, aluminum waffle magazine. I think I know that a little bit better. We could put the tape on there, the black t-shirt. We could change some of the color. The color customization on this is kind of insane. Like, there's a lot here. Raider furniture. See, this stock looks different. It looks raidery now, right? Like, but we could do different stocks. Like, you could do like a wire stock and a no stock, or a folding stock in. The stocks are exceptionally bad recoil. Let's see. I want to see. Let's fuck with it, right? Like, so better recoil. This is a wood. See, I see classic wooden grip right there, right? But you could do the RPK. You could put the Type 56 grip on there. Like, it's a lot of stuff. It doesn't really change too much about the weapon, though, does it? Right? Like, some of these say better recoil. Some of them say, you know, nothing about the recoil control. But like, it's hard to tell exactly what it's doing. No stock is exceptionally bad recoil. I want to see that shit. You can change that metal, but I think that, you know, it just looks fine. I think regardless, like the metal part of the texture is not really where I think it starts to look good. I like that Band-Aid tape though. That's got some blood on there. That looks kind of cool. The waffle magazine, sure. And you different barrels. You have short barrels. You cut 10 Type 56 barrels. You do lose a lot of range on that. So there's like different ones that do different things, right? Like the RPK barrel has a certain amount of range. But like technically this one has the longest range, right? I think out of all the ones, I can't see any ones with like a longer range. This one in here, this Type 56B has a long barrel. Yeah, we'll put that on there, sure. But like just different things, right? Like different. We have Raider furniture on there. No stock. Different things. This build receiver here doesn't have a sight mod on it. This one, no scope mount. So if we like, I'm looking around here at different things. You lose some damage. You could put the side scope mount on this one. So if we lose some damage, how much damage are we willing to lose? So like the milled Type 56, that's still no scope mount on that too. Side scope mount. So like to have a scope, you actually lose some damage. I think is kind of, or you go RPK. And we can go RPK on there, and then you could put a scope on there, and you get a makeshift sniper scope. But these are all garbage-ass looking sights to me. I don't like the look of any of them. This is obviously just a sword scope. It says insane recoil. I don't think that recoil is too bad. No stock-ass version of the gun. I mean, it looks like it's no stock, like you just chop that thing off of there. That's fucking, it's like a big-ass hole in your gun. I don't really think, I mean, obviously the RPK receiver does maximize the damage. Like all these other AK type receivers, like 170 is as close as we get, and we're still getting 10 on that RPK receiver. But if you really want a classic looking AK receiver, I guess, I don't think you have to do no stock. Obviously, you could put a stock on there for recoil control if you really wanted to do the crazy stuff there. I think just the classic AK stuff is the way that I would design the weapon. Maybe put a compensator on, but I mean, do you really? I mean, you could put a suppressor on. The suppressor actually increases range and accuracy stats, so that's just positive news, I think, across the board there. Technically, the RPK barrel does reduce the range actually from this particular long barrel, like I said. So like, there's different options you have in the barrel customization, like this M76 barrel, which is slightly different, I guess, right? Like improved sighted accuracy, poor hip fire accuracy. This requires a sniper perk. I guess they're sniping with this one. 45 round RPK magazine. I'll put that on. Like the fact that you can throw all these things together and make kind of like some weird fucking amalgamation of RPK, AK, Type 56, M70, whatever the fuck they're all different little ass names are, right? Like, this is the standard M76 compensator, so that comes with that particular barrel, but you can still put the suppressor on there anyway. And you could do all the different colors of tape if you really care that much, or not have the tape. Like, I don't know if I need the tape at all, really, but Like, you could just put that off. You could just have like a classic looking style AK with a big old 45 round. I mean, and then some of these things say that, like, see, there's like better recoil, but it's like, you know, it doesn't change anything. This is like slightly lighter and better recoil, I guess, right? Like, this is a wooden grip with the tape on there, right? Like, I mean, like, you can customize the shit out of this thing. There's a lot of, like, but it's mostly visual customization, right? For me, it's just, I mean, there's no recoil. I'm not touching that right stick. There's no recoil. It's just an AK, Doug. It's just fucking absolutely. Suppressed noise is great too. I really do think that's great. 45 round mag, probably a good place to sit. If you really want to, you can go hard with the drum. You can customize this all you want, right? If you really want to go the full RPK version, you want to maximize that damage and accuracy with the receiver part, but then you could put like a different barrel on there. You could even put like a short barrel on. Raider, see, this is the good thing for some reason. Yeah, because you lose a shit ton of range, that cut down barrel. I mean, let's just for the sake of it, I mean, you could do like a jury rig receiver. You could find like the most basic ass version of the weapon, right? Like with the Raider furniture on there, sure, right? Like no stock, like just a tiny ass. I mean, the M70, I'm sure. There's sort of like a different pistol grip on there too. Fuck it, right? Like this, we have a tiny ass little AK now, right? Like it's got like a gold, like this has got a like almost a circular type. This recoil is insane, right? Like with the short barrel on there and the fucking no stock, and we were like, oh my god, fighting for my life. And I just had it shooting with literally 0 recoil, right? Like, different stuff. But it's cool that you can do all the customization. Like I said, most of it is visual. I'm trying to think. You probably always want the RPK receiver, right? You could go with like the longest barrel if you have the sniper perks. Like some of these barrels, like this requires a heavy gunner one, so it's like it becomes like more machine gun. I'm just looking here, like different. I mean, but you could do like, yeah, sniper is gonna get you the most range on the barrels. Heavy gunner's got some of these things like the RPK stuff and stuff, but like all these different types of barrels, right? Like if you just want, I'm just looking for the most basic. This one requires scrapper too for the cut down, but like this one just requires gun nut. It's still got pretty good range. You could get better range though, but you do need either the heavy gunner or sniper perk. Rifleman, I guess here. That's like a semi-auto version of the gun. Commando on some of these, like just the basic 30 round magazine, I guess. Drum magazine just requires gun nut. You could do that. You could absolutely do that, right? Or the 45 round RPK just requires gun nut too. Like I'm just trying to think about the things. You could put the scope on there if you really wanted to. I just don't like the look of any of the scopes. They require gun nut and science, or gun nut and sniper. The makeshift reflex sight requires science. Even it's a garbage ass pipes weapon sight. That's disgusting. That those requirements exist. And the compensator requires steady aim, which is kind of an interesting perk. The AKM compensator. It does improve the accuracy stat without, and a little, you know, adds a little bit of weight, but it doesn't actually hurt the range of the weapon. Just no tape is fine. Put a stock back on there, but you could do the side folding in stock with commando perk, or if it's folded out, it's rifleman. Folded in as commando, folded out as rifleman again, rifleman perk. I just like the classic AK fixed stock, and that doesn't require anything. There's no perk requirement, gives you some accuracy. I would probably go with like a longer barrel, but that, like I said, requires like I already have here, the rifleman perk on there, or a sniper perk really, which is kind of it's a complicated deal. This is just gun nut too, but they were losing range there. Like I'm just trying to make kind of almost like heavy gunner perk on any of the things that like make it RPK-ish. I'm just looking at all the things. There's a lot of different stuff here, right? Like using some range on some of these things, right? Like accuracy. I'm just looking at all the different stats of things, really, mostly. But yeah, maybe put like a long barrel on it if you do get the sniper perk. You could do the drum mag. That's just gun nut. So you could do the drum mag if you really wanted to. Why not? I think. Change all the furniture, the tape colors, all the stuff, the metal colors if you really want it to be blue or gray or shiny. Shiny's not shiny. We showed that off already, but it's definitely not. And then the pistol grips, better recoil, good recoil, better recoil. Like that's the difference you get on there. Like I would probably prefer one that, like, you know, has some nice wood styling to it like that, just to say we did. But yeah, you can customize it a lot, but like a shiny metal, I don't know, the reflection. It's got some recoil though, for sure. But big old 75 round drum mag going around, spraying. If you want to. Like, there's customization. You can make whatever kind of AK you want. There's clipping, though, on that. I just saw that now. On this reload, my hand is like, as I bring the new drum in, yeah, my hand is going straight through that. I don't like that at all, then. I'm going to customize it a little bit more. We're going to obviously have tested out in some combat here. I'll see you guys when I get there. Alright everybody, I'm here now. I got the shiny material, so on it actually looks different and actually shiny with this particular setup that I've got here. So I went with the look that I like the most, really. Not the most effective, but you can see this actually looks shiny. I like the AK Type 2 receiver, Type 2A, the same barrel, right? I got the 30 round magazine, I got the compensator on there, no tape, fully automatic, right? Raider furniture, the stock and kind of everything looks nice. The magazine's a little bit different, but it's just a nice solid AK. This particular one has a nice straight up recoil pattern, nothing too much. You could make it better, you could control that, you could do different things. Super mutants here obviously, but I'm not really too worried about anything. This AK is kind of just great. Like if you want to make it an RPK, you can make it an RPK. I'm more of a fan of not being so heavy, and I don't like the clipping with that drum magazine that we showed off there. 30 rounds is probably plenty anyway, right? Like you could even do the 45 if you really want to go nuts with it. In terms of like actually having more rounds, it's not 30 bugs over here, but you know. Let's see what the VATS accuracy is like. That's not great at this range, but I mean bugs are hard to hit. Still hitting them anyway. So, you know, I can't complain too much. 48% isn't awful, right, at that range, considering the circumstances. The super unit's gonna blow stuff up just to kill a bug. Stupid ass. Yeah, I mean, this feels nice. It's got some recoil to it, but it definitely should. It should feel chunky. It's an AK. Like, that's kind of, I feel like, the design of the weapon. But it is, like, tearing right through them. Feral Ghoul there. Another Feral Ghoul just absolutely melted. I love going to this area for combat because there's just so much of it in one little spot. Different things. There's an Overlord, which is pretty tough super mutant. My game is freezing. Thanks for the extra update. Just, like, blow right through them. This feels nice, though. It definitely is an AK. It's like the animation quality is very good. Nothing's, I would say, too perfect or anything, but I know that a lot of you really love the AK style design of weapon, and it pretty much covers, I think, all the main ones. The Type 56, like I said, you have that Chinese variant, or styled AK, I guess, right? And then you have the RPK, or whatever the fuck the M70 is. I'm sure it's just another variant of the AK, but you have all those options, and you could just take one of these guns and make it into any of those things, or like I said, you can mix and match those things. That Google's practically dead, sucks to suck. Oh, I hear that. That's well, don't worry about that. Yeah, we're gonna cover that in a different mod. That's a mod, dude. We'll get to that one. Yeah, I mean, look at that. It's just kind of, you don't need the sights on them. The sights are really ugly. I wish the sights are better. They talk about like no modern attachments, like that's a positive thing. I know some of you really like modern attachments. I know some of you are gonna be, you know, apprehensive to that idea. Like you're like, I don't like having modern stuff in my Fallout game. The AK is a classic. I mean, it's an AK47 for a reason. The AK, you know, it's clearly the basis for the Chinese assault rifle in Fallout 3, or the handmade rifle, right? Which people always talk about when I cover the handmade rifle. This is my handmade rifle. It looks very much like an AK, right? Like this similar thing. Mine actually sounds really nice too, though. Actually, my handmade rifle. Handmade rifle is a classic gun. People don't buy the Nuka World DLC enough, but you can get an AK, which is the mod. It does, I believe it still requires the Nuka World DLC though, so like this is like competing, I guess, with somewhat the handmade rifle. But this one does have a lot of options, a lot of customization options in terms of visualness, but very specific perk requirements. I was looking when I was customizing the weapon to come out here to some combat. Apparently, you do need maximum rank stealth to even make a suppressor on there. That, like, some of those requirements are quite high. Some gunners over here. Hello. It's a little bit tough though, that corporal, right? Taking some bullets, but it's an AK. It's doing a good job. It sounds good. I do like the animation quality on all this stuff, besides that drum mag issue, but other than that, I think it's good. You guys let me know what you think. This AK47 Type 6 M70 mod down in the comment section down below. If you do want to check it out for yourselves, there'll be links to the Bethesda on that page and the next mod page. You can download this mod for yourselves there. If you guys have enjoyed the video, like the video. I'm going to finish this guy off real quick. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. That way you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, or whatever time it be, and I will see you in the next episode. There's a guy in there. I needed to die, and then I will end the video, I promise. Okay?